The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
When it comes to manifestation and being able to control our reality, the way we think and process information is crucial. Most of the people in the Western Hemisphere of the world utilize the left side of their brain more due to the way they have been programmed by the societies they are a part of, and this can hinder one's abilities to control their reality. This is because the left side of our brains deals with logic, analysis, and linear thinking based on what we see and know, which is a small fragment of reality. As explained in one of my previous videos, we can only perceive 0.0035 of the electromagnetic spectrum, meaning there is another 99.9965% being hidden from us. This part that is hidden from us is what the left hemisphere of our brains cannot conceptualize, as our left brains deal with concrete reality. It is the right hemisphere of our brains that conceptualize this element of reality, as the right hemisphere deals with creativity, intuition, and holistic perception. This is the part of our brains that taps into the unseen forces of the world that we must utilize in order to manifest the reality we want for ourselves. The part of our brains that draws to our spiritual connection with God in order to create the reality we desire. We are fixated on how we will reach our desires and every detail on how to get there, which actually inhibits our chances of fulfilling our desires. As for most of us, we don't exactly know how we will get to the destination. When we don't know, this is when the left side, our brains that deals with logic, speaks to us, reiterating that we can't manifest as we don't have a plan of how or when. When you don't have an answer for how and when you will manifest your desires, the logical side of you concludes that you can't manifest your desires, and therefore you remain stuck in your current reality. This is how the cycle of you staying in your current state happens, because we are trapped into utilizing the right side of our brains, thinking about the when and the how, when in reality these are the wrong things to be concentrating our energy on in regards to manifestation. The left brain concentrates primarily on the physical plane, and for most people, they are not in their desired reality. So whenever you want to manifest, the feedback you will get from your left brain is that you are currently not there, and if you can't create a well-detailed plan, then you can't ever get there. What the left brain doesn't account for is the imaginative and emotional processes that actually play a bigger part in manifesting the reality we desire, which is primarily what the right hemisphere of our brains deals with. Hence the importance of tapping into this part of our brains, just like the character we are about to discuss. In The Matrix, Morpheus stands out as a visionary leader, philosopher, and mentor, guiding Neo and his team through the complex layers of reality and illusion. His actions and thinking often reflect characteristics associated with the right side of the brain, which is commonly associated with creativity, intuition, holistic thinking, and emotional intelligence. The right hemisphere is often connected to the ability to think holistically and conceptualize complex, interconnected systems. Morpheus's belief in the existence of the One and his understanding of the Matrix as a fabricated reality are testaments to his ability to see beyond the immediate and tangible. Morpheus doesn't simply fight for survival. He fights for liberation from the Matrix, a profound and abstract goal that many others struggle to even comprehend. This is key to utilizing the right brain when manifesting, because what you want to manifest cannot be conceptualized by others that do not have the same passion as you do, as most people are trapped into tapping into their left brain, the logical approach. This means whatever you try to explain to them won't be understood, especially if your goals seem far-fetched or illogical. For example, if you told people that you are rich and you have a lot of money, but your current reality suggests the opposite, then the people you tell will not only disregard what you say, they will also try to give you a logical left-brained explanation of why this is not true and be realistic with you. But part of tapping into your right brain is being able to do what Morpheus does in The Matrix, and that is to see beyond the immediate and tangible. One of Morpheus's famous lines in the movie is, "What if I told you that everything you know is a lie?" which reflects his ability to challenge linear, left-brain thinking, and invited his crew to consider the larger philosophical implications of their existence. One of the major teachings of the movie is to see beyond what your eyes present to you, as what you can see with the eyes is only a small fraction of reality, and instead to utilize the aspect of yourself that will actually enhance your ability to manifest your desires. This was the goal of Morpheus when he was trying to encourage Neo throughout the movie that he was the one. Even in his belief in Neo as the one, it was not based on empirical evidence or logical proof. In fact, Neo himself doubts his abilities, as do many members of the crew. However, Morpheus's unwavering faith in Neo is driven by an inner knowing that transcends logic. This is how you have to be when wanting to manifest your own reality, as your current reality, along with your left brain and others around you, can impair your ability to execute your beliefs. There's no such thing as far-fetched or limit when it comes to the right brain, as the right brain is the creative aspect of you that transcends the physical plane of existence. And to manifest your desires in the first place, you have to be able to transcend the physical plane of existence, as manifestation requires you to utilize the spiritual and mental planes as well as the physical. The right hemisphere is often connected to the ability to think holistically and conceptualize complex, interconnected systems. Morpheus's belief in the existence of the One and his understanding of the Matrix as a fabricated reality are testaments to his ability to see beyond the immediate and tangible. For example, Morpheus doesn't simply fight for survival, he fights for liberation from the Matrix, a profound and abstract goal that many others struggle to even comprehend. Even his famous line to Neo, which was, "What if I told you that everything you know is a lie?" reflects his ability to challenge linear, left-brained thinking and invite Neo to consider the larger philosophical implications of his existence. He was encouraging Neo to utilize a part of himself that transcends what he already knows to believe, which is the same way most others see reality. This impacts a lot of people because they are used to seeing reality from the lens of their left brain, which is logic and what is in front of them, when manifestation itself begins from a place we can't even see with the physical eyes. Manifestation begins with the ability to visualize what we want to bring into our lives. The right hemisphere of the brain is responsible for imagination and the ability to think abstractly. This creative capacity allows us to mentally construct scenarios and outcomes that don't yet exist in the physical world. Without engaging the right hemisphere, we are limited to existing data and practical constraints, which stifles our ability to dream beyond our current reality. For example, manifesting a fulfilling career, relationship, or lifestyle requires envisioning possibilities that might seem out of reach. The right brain enables us to suspend disbelief and explore new possibilities, paving the way for innovative thinking and breakthroughs. The thing with the right brain is that it is not limited in what it believes compared to the left brain. The left brain is logical, meaning if you envision yourself to be in luxury cars and holidays, for example, the left brain will construct whether or not you have the means to do that. And if your current reality suggests you don't, the left brain downplays that idea, making you feel foolish. And this feeling is important because these ideas are associated with feelings like foolishness and stupidity, because why would you even think about such ideas? You're telling the universe energetically you are not vibrating on that particular frequency, meaning you will never manifest such events. This is the danger of following the thought patterns of the left brain. You become too logical, too realistic. You become lost in focusing on the details of how your desires will manifest, when this is not what you should be worrying about. In fact, whenever you ask yourself this question, that is what you should say to yourself. It is not for me to worry about. And in reality, it is not for you to worry about, because you can only see 0.0035% of reality, so your desires will manifest themselves the way they need to, without you understanding. All you should be focused on is aligning yourself to the vibration required to be in the reality you desire. This is just like the story in the Bible, John 21:6, when Jesus instructs his disciples to cast their net on the right side of the boat after they have spent an unsuccessful night fishing. They follow his guidance and are met with an overwhelming abundance of fish. In biblical and esoteric traditions, the right side is often associated with divine favor, intuition, and spiritual power. The right side is symbolic of aligning oneself with the higher, more transcendent aspects of existence. For instance, in Matthew 25:33, Jesus separates the sheep to his right hand, which represents righteousness, and the goats to his left, representing judgment. Similarly, the instruction to cast the net on the right side symbolizes shifting from a purely material or logical approach, the left, to one that is spiritually aligned and guided by faith. By asking his disciples to cast their net on the right side, Jesus was guiding them to attune themselves to divine wisdom rather than relying solely on their human effort and logic. The disciples had fished all night using their practical left-brain approach without success. When they obeyed and shifted to the right side, they tapped into a source of abundance that transcended human understanding. The esoteric meaning of casting the net on the right side aligns with activating the right hemisphere of the brain, which is essential for spiritual insight and deeper understanding. The right brain allows us to perceive solutions and possibilities that logic alone cannot reveal. Casting the net on the right side symbolizes surrendering control and trusting in divine wisdom, which often comes through intuitive and creative channels. Just as the disciples labored in vain using their physical and logical skills, many people today rely solely on the left brain approach of effort and reason. However, manifesting true abundance requires engaging the right hemisphere, which is more attuned to intuition, faith, and vibrating on the same frequency as your desires from the spiritual and mental planes, and not just the physical, which many do. This is why, when many people want more money, for example, what do? They work extra hard from a physical standpoint, but don't work hard spiritually and mentally, meaning they find themselves overworking and not vibrating on the frequency of wealth. They end up working for years and years, tirelessly thinking this is the way to become wealthy when it is not. This stems from pure left brain thinking. You are required to vibrate spiritually and mentally first to change your current state, meaning you have to have the emotions and become the person mentally aligned to your desired state before even doing any physical work. You also have to let go of thinking how you will get there and leave that to the Most High, and instead just focus on aligning yourself emotionally to your desired state. Jesus' command to cast the net on the right side can also be seen as an invitation to listen to the intuitive spiritual voice within us. In this story, the disciples' logical minds would likely have resisted the instruction as they had already tried all night and caught nothing. However, by following Jesus' seemingly unconventional advice, they experienced miraculous results. It demonstrated the importance of trusting inner guidance, even when it conflicts with outward appearances or logical reasoning. The right hemisphere of the brain is where intuition resides, and it often guides us towards solutions that logic cannot see. Again, this ties into one of my previous videos, why you have to be delusional to manifest. Esoterically, the story teaches us to move beyond logic and reason, left brain dominance, and embrace intuition, creativity, and divine connection, right brain qualities. When we align ourselves with the wisdom of the right hemisphere and trust in spiritual guidance, we open ourselves to greater possibilities and miraculous outcomes, much like the disciples who found their nets overflowing with fish. The story reminds us that true abundance comes not just from effort, but from the courage to trust in the unseen forces, as we only can see 0.0035%. It encourages us to not focus on how and when, but rather be, meaning be the person from an emotion-based standpoint using the creative processes of the right brain, and that is when your desires will truly manifest. Manifestation is about feeling as though our desired reality has already come true. The emotional connection we form with our goals generates motivation and attracts opportunities. When we rely solely on the left brain's logical approach, we may overanalyze or doubt our abilities, creating resistance that blocks our progress. The right brain's emotional intelligence allows us to trust our instincts and follow paths that resonate with our deeper desires, even when they defy logic. The blue pill represents the choice to remain in the comfort of the known world, a world that is governed by logic, structure, and reason. Even when Morpheus offers Neo the choice between the red pill and the blue pill, this moment, deeply symbolic in the context of the film, has been interpreted in various ways. When viewed through an esoteric lens, the choice between the red and blue pills can also be seen as a profound representation of the interplay between the left and right hemispheres of the brain. The red pill, as offered by Morpheus, represented the path to awakening and enlightenment. In an esoteric sense, the red pill was a gateway to the non-logical, intuitive, and creative aspects of the human mind. Choosing the red pill, therefore, was a way of tapping into the deeper layers of consciousness, the hidden, intuitive knowledge that transcends the everyday logic of the matrix. It is a metaphor for embracing the unknown, for breaking free from the confines of conventional reality, and for seeing the world not just as a sequence of facts and figures, but as a rich, interconnected web of possibilities. In this sense, the red pill represents a transcendence of the ordinary mind into a higher, more expansive way of knowing. Choosing the blue pill was the decision to stay within the boundaries of the matrix, to maintain a sense of control and security that the logical left brain functions provide. While the blue pill offers safety and stability, it also keeps one locked in a limited, one-dimensional reality. This choice reflects the ego's preference for certainty, familiarity, and the avoidance of discomfort that might come with deeper, more profound revelations. It is a metaphor for the decision to cling to the material, linear world and to reject the disorienting potential of the unknown. Neo's journey in the Matrix is, in many ways, a journey toward inner balance. In the beginning, he is trapped in the illusion of the Matrix, focused purely on the left brain, rational world of digital reality. By taking the red pill, he steps into the world of intuition, emotion, and creativity. Over time, Neo learns to merge the two sides of his brain, using the left brain to navigate the complexities of the Matrix and the right brain to access the deeper layers of reality. Morpheus's leadership in the Matrix is a testament to the power of right brain thinking. His ability to combine intuition, creativity, emotional intelligence, and holistic vision makes him an exceptional guide in a world defined by illusion and control. By leveraging these traits, Morpheus inspires not just Neo but everyone around him to embrace their full potential and see beyond the limits of their perceived reality. In our own lives, we can learn from Morpheus by trusting our intuition, thinking creatively, leading with empathy, and envisioning a greater purpose, unlocking the power of our right brain to shape our reality, just as he did in the Matrix. And remember, the wise man learns from everything and everyone, whereas the fool has all the answers.